Hi, you guys. Hope you're doing well today. Today is Wednesday, and you know what that is, Wedding Wednesday. And so I'm Stacy Franklin, and I'm here for another edition of our Wedding Wednesday talk. And so wanted to do just a quick video today about some of the wedding trends that I'm seeing for 2018. Many of you have gotten engaged or getting ready to get engaged, and you're starting to think about your wedding and looking at some preliminary plans. If you're planning to get married in 2018 and you're wondering where to start, what's the new trends, how do you possibly want to incorporate those trends into your special day? And so I've been getting a lot of different promotional material about wedding trends for 2018. Email has just been blowing up with a lot of different, items and things from different wedding type companies, just talking about what's on trend for 2018. And I know if I've been getting a lot of that, I'm sure those of you who are planning to get married, you've been getting a lot of that. And it then becomes, well, where do you even begin? So I thought I would take the time to just distill it down, condense all the information down, and do a real quick video and give you some highlights or an overview of what I've been seeing as far as trends for 2018 for weddings. And so consider this as the It's Your Day hot list of wedding trends for 2018. Before I go any further, again, let me introduce myself. I'm Stacy Franklin. I am the owner and lead event planner for It's Your Day weddings and special events. I'm located here in the Memphis, Tennessee area, but I do travel. I do weddings as well as other special events, corporate and social events as well. So, with that being said, let's get started, get this party rolling, and tell you a little bit about what we're seeing for 2018 weddings and the trends that are there. Number one, let's talk about venues because that's usually one of the first things that you tend to book. And so, one of the trends that we're seeing there is people are doing industrial type spaces. So, people want space that is kind of a blank slate still. People want something that either they can do as little decoration if they want, or they can do as much decoration as they want. But one of the things that I've been seeing a lot of that's come on board or that's coming through is industrial type spaces. And when you think industrial type spaces, you may think of, old warehouse type places, airplane hangars. Sometimes you could think of something like that. Uh, I know a lot of people in recent years have done the barn venue. Those aren't going anywhere. That is still very popular for some people, and that still continues to be on trend for 2018. If that's what you like, and if that's something that fits with your personal style, then by all means, do that. But again, one of the things that you may be seeing a lot more of, or you may want to consider as you are looking around, for a venue, one of the things that's on trend is industrial type spaces. Let's talk about number two, which is color. A lot of people are saying that navy is now the new black. And I know I saw quite a bit of that in 2017 and will continue to see that in 2018 as well. So when a lot of people typically use, black and white or black and ivory or what have you, you're going to see a lot more navy, midnight blue, for instance, as the primary color or the base color instead of using black. So you may want to think about that in your color palette. Also, a lot of deeper, richer tones. So think about your deep burgundies and your plums and eggplants and those type of colors. So going away from, say, the lighter, airy colors to deeper, richer tones, particularly for, your winter weddings. But you may even see a lot of that in spring and summer weddings. I mean, again, it just depends on what it is that you like and what fits you and your style. But one of the things that we are seeing a lot more of is your deeper, richer tones. So that's something to consider as far as color is concerned. One of the other big ticket items, and probably the next step in your process after you pick a venue and after you're thinking about the colors that you want to use, you're probably going to go then and start shopping around for catering, which then brings us, of course, to food. And one of the things that we're seeing a lot of is wanting your guests to have a great experience with the food. So it's not just come sit down and have a plated meal or go stand in line, at the buffet, but maybe it's having appetizer stations located all around your venue, all around your banquet hall, where people have the opportunity to kind of graze. I love to graze. I love going to events where there's just great food all around the room and you can kind of pick and choose, and go at your leisure for what you want, to eat. And so that may be something that you want to consider. Food trucks have been very popular this last, couple of years or so, and will continue to be. And again, I think that depends on the type of venue and type of style of wedding, that you have. But that may be something that you want to consider, food trucks. Another experience is that people are looking to would be people participating in the preparation of their food. So there may be something along, those lines. Is it something where people are able to help roll their sushi? If that's something that you like or that you think guests would enjoy. So just a way to incorporate an experience into the food versus just coming, sitting down, having your meal served to you, or going and standing in the buffet line. You may want to think about, how can you make it an experience for your guest as far as food is concerned. When you talk about the fourth thing, when you talk about your cake and desserts, uh, some people are saying, oh, the traditional wedding cake is going away. Not so much that it's going away, but the look of it may be a little bit different. Now, one of the things that I saw a little bit of in 2017, what has been the naked cake. Not Don't know if I'm so much of a fan of that, but if that's something that you liked, of course. But what we are seeing for 2018, and what a lot of people are saying for 2018 that you may want to consider, is the dripped icing cake. So the cake is ice, but then it has like an overlay of where it looks like icing has been dripped onto it, or like chocolate or something has been dripped onto it, and it's running. So that's what I've seen quite a bit of as far as trends. Instead of the tiered, your traditional tiered cake, you may want to do something along the lines of having several single tier cakes that are out, where they are with different icing, different flavors, and people can have a variety of cakes that are available. So that may be something different that you want to consider. Um, Other desserts, what has been popular in the past and will continue to be on trend, the donut bars, the donut towers, also dessert bars where you have a variety of different desserts. And maybe you're the type of couple that you're not into the traditional tiered wedding cake. So maybe you want to do donuts. Maybe you want to do some type of dessert bar that has, several different types of desserts. instead of a traditional, tiered wedding cake. And that's fine. Again, it's all about what fits into what you as a couple enjoy, what fits into your personal style. It may be that you still want to do a small, traditional type wedding cake, maybe just for pictures, but for what you're actually going to serve guests, for and maybe also be a cheaper alternative. Could be, having single tiers or dessert bar or donuts or just whatever it is that you guys like and that you think that your guests would enjoy. Something else, excuse me, something else that you may want to think about, um, is the reception in and of itself and making it interactive, making your reception interactive. And what I mean by that, and I know that one of the things for me, or is that lag time that you have in between when the ceremony ends and when the reception officially begins. I consider that lag time, and it's a time where it's very difficult for guests because they're waiting around, for the wedding party to take their photos. Um, and it's just sometimes it's not anything really to do. And so you may want to consider having some activities that allow your guests to interact with one another, and to have a good time while they're waiting for the reception to begin. And I say that to go beyond just your basic cocktail hour where you have maybe your bar open or your servers are serving, wine or whatever type of specialty drink it may be that you're having served, and you have some little things for them to snack on while they're waiting. But in that, maybe it's that you have your photo booth going. And one thing that's a little bit different, and I'll put a pin there, one thing that we're seeing that is different about photo booths is having an open photo booth. And in previous years, when photo booths kind of became all the rage and all the very popular, it was the traditional photo booth that was walled off, and only you and the people in the photo booth knew what was going on necessarily. So now it's open. There are no walls to it. There is no booth. It's completely open. Has a backdrop. You have plenty of props, and you're taking your photos. And what's so fun about that is that everybody can see what's going on, and it's awesome to see adults turn into really little kids in a sense, when they're playing around with props, when they're acting silly and just having a good time at that photo booth. I know here one of the vendors that I use a lot for my events and call her on her quite often, for events that I have where the clients want a photo booth. She does an awesome job. It's open, and she really interacts with them. And actually, I'll give her a quick shout out. Her name is Shabrenda Davis with Just For You Digital Imaging, and she does a great job with her photo booth. She has a small open one, and then she has what is new, I think the tall full length mirror that she does as well. And she really interacts with the guests, getting them to act silly with their different props and all of that. And that's what you want. And it makes it really fun for guests to be a part of that. And you may want to think about some type of games, to have for your guests so that they can interact with one another. So just things that they can do maybe during that lag time or while the reception is going on, just to give people that opportunity to really get involved, talk with one another, have a good time, have some games, have an open photo booth. Let it be just an overall fun experience that when people walk away, they're like, wow, that was a great wedding. That was a great reception. Had a really good time, that kind of thing. So that's what you want to do. So that is definitely on trend for 2018. Um, when you talk about floral, let's go into floral. Greenery was the big thing, or has been the big thing this past year. It will continue to be on trend for 2018, particularly for those who are looking for that woodsy look. So we'll continue to see greenery to be incorporated into floral decor. And again, in bouquets, I know we talked a little bit about the richer tones of using, the dark plums and burgundies. You may see a lot of that in the floral bouquets as well. When it comes to metallics, uh, silver and chrome is going to be very popular and is making its way. Now, that's not to say that gold and copper are going away or going anywhere. They are not, but we are looking at more silver and chrome to be used in 2018. So you'll probably see quite a bit more of that incorporated into the decor and into tablescapes and that kind of thing for weddings in 2018. So let's just do a quick recap. There are many others out there, but I think those are some of the big highlights that I took away from everything that I've been seeing and reading and doing research on what's going to be on trend for 2018. So let's count them down one more time just to give you a quick overview. With venues, think about industrial space. The barn venues aren't going anywhere, but if you're looking for something a little bit different, you may want to think about industrial space. As far as colors are concerned, navy is becoming the new black. So maybe in the groomsmen attire, maybe instead of the traditional black tuxedos or black suits, you may want to do that deep, dark, midnight blue, that navy. Looks really nice. As far as other tones and colors and hues, richer, deeper, darker colors are some of the things that we're seeing with the burgundies and the dark plums and eggplant colors, those kind of colors, deeper, darker, richer tones is something that you may see. As far as food, you want it to be an experience, for your guest. Something that they may participate in the preparation of their food, or maybe you're having an outdoor, really casual type of reception. Well, then maybe it's having food trucks there or a mobile bar. I've seen some of that quite a bit of having a mobile bar, at your reception. It may be having food station, appetizer food type food stations all around your venue. So people can just kind of go up at their leisure and get, pick and choose what it is that they want. So that may be something to consider. As far as cakes and desserts, not that people are necessarily going away from the traditional tiered cake, because if that's what you like, that's what you like, fine. But if you want to do something a little different, maybe instead of a traditional cake, maybe you do several one tier cakes, one layer cakes is, I guess, what I'm trying to say. One layer cakes that are, different icing, different flavors, that kind of thing. If you're doing a traditional cake, a tiered cake, but maybe you do the icing with the tier, with the dripped icing on it, seeing a lot of that. Or maybe you're going to do away with cake altogether and you want to do a donut bar, or you want to do a dessert bar. Maybe you want to do ice cream bar or popsicle bar, whatever it is that you like that fits into your style. Those are some things that are a little bit different as far as desserts. Have an interactive reception. Do an open photo booth where people can see what's going on. They can get involved, with that. Have some games, have something where people have the opportunity to laugh and talk with one another, enjoy each other's company, and have a good time. That's what you want. You want your guests to have a good time. So think about activities that will have your guests to or create opportunity for them to interact with one another. With floral, greenery is still on trend. It's not going anywhere. And then finally, with the metallics, um, you're going to see a little more silver and chrome. You're still going to see gold and copper, but silver and chrome is going to make its way in 2018. So you're probably going to see more of that. And so anyone who knows me always knows that when I do some type of overview or something, I always say, but at the end of the day. So my at the end of the day for this is that it's your day. Hence the name of my business. It's your day. And you need to always come back to what is your personal style? What is it that you like? And then from there, how is it that you can possibly incorporate some of these trends into that? You know, if you are an outdoorsy person and you want to have an outdoor wedding, then more than likely you may want to incorporate the greenery into your decor, into your floral. It just makes sense. You want that outdoor woodsy look. You're going to incorporate some of that greenery into your floral. And that's just one example. You know, with cakes and desserts, if you're not the traditional, you know, oh, we have to have the 3, 4, 5 tier wedding cake. We just like these different desserts. For me, I'm a chocolate person. So I would love to have a dessert bar that has a lot of chocolate in it. So that would be something that I would enjoy, you know, seeing, and hopefully my guests would too. But you want to look at ways or look for ways that you can incorporate, you know, maybe some of these trends into what it is that you like, your personal style. And that just, you know, makes sense. So, at the end of this, just want to say thank you for taking the time to join me. Just to let you know, again, I am Stacy Franklin. I'm the owner and lead event planner of It's Your Day Weddings and Special Events located here in the Memphis, Tennessee area. However, I do travel, and other than weddings, I do other special events such as baby showers, anniversary parties, birthday parties, and other type of social events and corporate events as well. And we have a number of different weddings. We have a number of different wedding packages that can be customized to fit your needs. If you are not ready to commit to a particular you know, wedding package per se, but you just need some assistance in getting started, or you may need some help in keeping you on track. We have virtual planning sessions available as well. And you can see all of this on the website at itsyourdayeventplanning.com. Again, that's itsyourdayeventplanning.com. I'll say it one more time, itsyourdayeventplanning.com. You can go there for information on the services that are provided, how to get in touch with me. Also, one bit of helpful information, particularly if you're just getting started and you don't know where to begin. We have a download that may be very helpful for you with your wedding planning called 5 Ways to Jumpstart Your Wedding Planning Process. And again, that's at itsyourdayeventplanning.com, itsyourdayeventplanning.com, and you can download that 5 ways to jumpstart your wedding planning process. Very helpful. Will help you give you 5 quick, easy ways and things that you need to think about and go ahead and get started on now if you are in that process of starting your wedding planning process. So again, I just want to thank you guys for taking the time to be with me on this edition of Wedding Wednesday Talk. I hope that it has been beneficial to you. If you have any questions, please feel free to put those into the chat area, and I will be sure to reach out to you and answer any questions that you have. I would love to be in touch with you. We are on Facebook at It's Your Day Weddings and Special Events. We are on Pinterest. We are on Instagram. So please be sure to follow us on all of those different social media outlets. But definitely put your information. If you have questions about anything at all, whether it be weddings or any other type of special events, we would love to sit down with you or talk with you over the phone or do Skype video, just to get you started and help assist you and do a consultation with you about your special event. So, with that being said, I'm going to sign off for tonight. I hope you have a great day and thank you so much for taking the time to join me. Thanks.